movie. What these MCs go through, what what all anime mean, like just
That's
like
that's why that's why my heart be hurting. Something like I feel you
no,
here
I definitely get it.
here. I feel that like damn like what
I think main characters have the worst trauma. Like, I mean, and side character, I feel like everyone's got that side character that's got
yeah.
like pretty bad trauma. I
But
think
then
Goku has like the least amount of main character trauma. I'm
I
not
don't
saying
know.
he doesn't have a lot,
I
but
don't know. He watched his best friends die a lot.
I know, but at the same time, like you
You
could.
gotta realize most of his power ups come from traumatic events.
Oh no, you're absolutely right.
But I
You're
guess
not
in the
wrong.
grand scheme,
When
yeah,
we consider him compared next to other
like
characters,
like uh like even Asta or Naruto, I guess it would be his trauma would be like
yeah. So just
even Luffy.
I'm not saying that he doesn't have any. I'm
Yeah,
just saying that
it's not as bad.
I,
You know what? Who has the least amount of trauma? Saitama.
Saitama. I'm mad that we both had the same idea.
That nigga
Saitama
Saitama has the least amount of trauma out of
for a
anybody.
main character. You know what? That's because his story isn't. That's not the
Yeah,
same
it was
story.
like his life was stressful, so he decided to do 100 push-ups, became bald. Now he just out here living carefree.
Honestly, we should all take a page out of his book, okay? Because honestly, to me, what really happened was his life was stressful. He got his body right. I mean, his paper not exactly straight,
Right,
but
but
he feels better.
he feel better.
Like
He chilling. He one of the
guys.
strongest people ever. And now he just nonchalantly out here slapping people. Like dude tried to rob him and got folded.
Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Welcome back to Anime and Thangs. It's your girl Copycat, and
Sauce.
you know what I'm saying. We back in black by popular demand as usual. Um, Pretty much this week, as you can already hear what we started with, it
Mm-hmm.
is the main character episode. Real quick
Mm-hmm.
announcement: while we are doing it, we are slowly getting season one onto Spotify. Don't judge us. As of like right now, there should be at least 3 episodes minimum. So if you guys haven't, if you only picked up us up on Spotify, then go back and listen to the first season. You know what I'm saying? We was wheeling and dealing, being wild in the first season. We can continue to be wild in
Mm-hmm.
this season. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do our best to talk about our visuals if we have them. I know y'all gonna go back to that manga episode, and I'm talking a lot about stuff y'all can't see. So if y'all want to skip it, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, though, we're gonna jump right back into the conversation. In recent news, Hunter x Hunter will be back. That's the rumor, at least. We scared to believe anything.
Well, it was he made a Twitter to confirm it. So
I know, but we still scared. Like,
listen. Once somebody go out their way to make a Twitter,
yeah, and that's
and
never been on
it's
Twitter. And
never been
Twitter's
on
been on
Twitter.
Twitter. Twitter's been around for so long,
Twitter's been around for a while. And that's a toxic space to just dive into,
voluntarily.
voluntarily. So I'm pretty sure his comic section wasn't. It was. I'll probably say it was 70% positive and 30% negative.
Like, where the fuck you been?
Yeah, about time, bitch ass nigga. All types of
Yeah.
stuff. But
So with that being said, we got it turns out, based on a rumor, I would just apparently Gon and Killua
allegedly,
will not be the main characters anymore
allegedly,
past this point. That being said, it's gonna be Kurapika, which is why our background for the
allegedly.
audio listeners is Kurapika. Just because, honestly, I like when mangas and animes change the like POV and everybody kind of gets to finish out their story.
Yeah,
Like, I actually very
yeah.
much
And
appreciate that.
quick insert for the Hunter fans: don't Dragon Ball Z. Don't go ranting and raving how Gon needs to still be the guy, and now we stuck for Gon. We're gone for the rest of our lives, like we stuck with Goku. Now, hopefully, with the movie, we transitioning out of Goku.
Yeah,
It's about
because
Gohan.
what was done to Gohan, that violation, that was a real tragedy because Gohan was actually the first to reach Super Saiyan 2.
And got
Like,
nerfed.
I mean, and just so hard. Like,
Nerfed.
especially after they went through all this trouble to keep him away from Chi Chi. Like, Chi Chi was like, you gotta go to school, man. Then they had the
Yeah.
audacity to give us Saiyan, man. fucking hate Saiyaman. Actually, funny enough too, they were talking about it, and somebody was like, "Is Saiyaman going to make an appearance?" And another person tweeted back, "I fucking hope not." I was like, "Wow, we all have very
Yeah,
strong
bro.
feelings." Like,
If Sandman pop up, I'm walking out.
you walk out the theater,
I'm walking
just
out.
you gonna do what
I'm
Peter
not-
did on Family Guy? Done. Just
Done.
raise your hands up and just
Done.
fucking ease on out of there. Like, you know what? Fuck it. Like,
Yeah, like do not just let my boy shine. Whatever he do, just let him shine. Cause I don't even remember what year Cell Games was, and we in 2020, and now Gohan
Cell
finally.
Games had to be 2000, early 2000s, because Budokai Tenkaichi, I want to say, ended after you beat Cell. Like,
Yeah.
like
So like we've been waiting probably about 10 years for this.
minimum. Like, I think, and you know, honestly,
And I've read ahead, so like, now granted, this movie is a time skip from where they are in the current manga.
okay.
So I'm pretty sure it's after. Like I'm pretty sure they ahead in the manga, like, and they just feeding us every once in a while because that's the only way it makes sense. Because this is a time skip through everything that's going on right now. Because right now in the manga, everybody's still like Pan's still a baby,
Right.
all that. So, which is once again crazy how fucking Dragon Ball Z works. Like, how do you time skip where you are currently in the manga? That's
No, yeah, listen. Honestly, and time skips are such a weird thing sometimes because they either work out like in your favor or they're just like,
yeah.
Why? Like, I feel like One Piece had like kind of a nice time skip, but at the same time it didn't, because now we have way too many questions about Zoro. Like the one, like, I loved seeing them come back, and I'm happy we didn't have to sit through, I don't know, 3 months of training montage. Like, I use time skips myself in my own fan fiction because you're not about to sit and watch them be romantic for 3 days straight. Like, that's not, like, bro, like, skip over to a couple of months. You know what I mean? Nothing's changed or several things have changed. And you can go back and explain them, but I think time skips can, like I think Asta's time skip, like, I really wanted to know what was going on, like, in that time. You know what I mean?
Training?
Yeah, like, I feel like we didn't see enough of.
Because he came back just
like he was just like.
I mean, but
oh.
you know what was going on push-ups.
No, I do, but still, like, same thing with, like, I feel like during Asta's time skip, I would have happily watched get stronger as well. Especially because at some point he kind of thought he had hit his cap. So I definitely want to see him breaking his, like, glass ceilings and stuff like that. I think that that's, like, something interesting that I can always enjoy about characters jumping POVs. Like, I love that now we're starting to have more than one main character.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like because Dragon Ball Z kind of gave us Vegeta and Goku. Yu Yu Hakusho gave us just Yusuke, really. Like, we didn't really, we kind of peered around a little bit for everyone else, but I don't think we got really, like, what we should have. Same thing with, like, even Sailor Moon. Like, we kind of, like, mostly stayed on Serena / Usagi, I guess, for kind of that to stick around. So I kind of like, that's something I do like about the new generation of anime, is that we're getting way more POVs, way more feelings. Like, even Dragon Ball Z is giving us way more of Vegeta, like, and how Vegeta feels and stuff like that. Like, I like that. I like us having more than one character to like normalizing more than one MC. Like, I like that MHA is Todoroki, Bakugo, and Midoriya. Like, that really, and I like
like
that.
All Might.
Yeah. Like, I think kind of, yeah, like, no.
Oh, well, like, he's not All Might.
No, he's just I can't think what his name is, his real name. He's like
that guy, that scrawny guy.
Man, like, it's funny too, his voice actor in English is Piccolo. It's Piccolo's voice actor. So when I heard him, I was like, Piccolo! Like, I was like, the dad everybody needs. like I can't wait for this Father's Day episode, because All Might is also the daddy that everybody fucking needs. And when I heard he had the same voice as Piccolo, I was like, this nigga about to be somebody's daddy. Like he's okay, he got you. I'm ready for you, Deku. Like, I really, like, voice actor guy, whoever you are everybody's dad. Like Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Like, you have to play people's dads now. Like, you're the dad
Right.
of anime. Like, but yeah, I like multiple main characters, which is why I think it's gonna be interesting to see Kurapika's story because we kind of started to see a little bit of it towards the end of Hunter x Hunter though, when he
Yeah.
went after the six or the eight the spider people. I
Yeah.
can't even think of. It's been so long. I'm gonna have to rewatch.
I
Like,
definitely will because there's a lot of stuff I forgot.
I've also been watching JoJo. Like,
That's
I
fine.
finally got out of battle tendencies.
Nice.
I'm in Stardust Crusaders,
Mm.
and Jotaro's my favorite. He took his hat off, so his hat is not his hair. So that was like
Okay.
exciting for me because I was sitting. It's not as ridiculous as Battle Tendencies is, but the way he talks to his mom, he like you annoying bitch, and she's like, all right, you have a good day. Like,
Fuck reason.
I recommend you watch it, but Battle Tendencies takes some time. Like once you get past the art, and then just the ending of Stardust Crusaders, walk like an Egyptian by the Bengals because they're headed to Egypt, which is how I ended up showing you earlier this week, guys, or last week. I was watching JoJo, and my sister was telling me about one of the endings. I think is closing for number 5. I have to find it, and it's Jodeci's freaking you, and I I had no words. Like the woman was too stunned to speak. What is it? Yeah, okay. The ending for number 6 is "Freaking You" by Jodeci, and I think the guy did it because Casey and JoJo.
Yeah.
And it felt weird because I was explaining it to my younger sister. Mind you, she's 21, and she's like, "Who the fuck are Casey and JoJo?"
Mm.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Dad
unseasoned.
has failed you."
Yeah,
Like,
unseasoned.
I was just so I'm like, you don't know who the fuck Casey and JoJo are. Like all my life, pray for someone like you. Like I was sitting, she's like, I don't. I mean, her face was just so bewildered. She was like, and I'm like, Jodeci had Casey and JoJo in it, and she's like, I'm like, and if I ever fall in love again, like
Tell me what you want.
like
You know, the hop.
oh yeah, that's Drew Hill, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is.
That's
They
Drew
sound
Hill.
the same.
It's Cisco's voice.
Yeah.
Like, cause I thought Cisco was just Drew Hill. Like,
Cause actually, like, who was
but Joe,
Casey and
yeah.
Drew Hill, Cisco's voice
No,
are
yeah,
really similar.
No, you're absolutely correct. I am not gonna hold you. I be thinking that they're all the same until I heard the thong song and I was like, that's Cisco. And then I heard something else with Casey and JoJo and I was like, oh, so that's not Cisco. Like Casey is not Cisco.
Yeah, they
like,
sound.
I feel like they
eerily
decided,
alike.
Let's just confuse everybody. Like,
Yeah, luckily they don't look alike. Like, luckily we've seen them separately.
My God. Yeah,
because it was like it'd be one of those you never seen both of them in the same room, same time.
No, you had listen. If you told me that Cisco was secretly Casey, I couldn't even tell you no. Like I don't even know how to refute that. If you told me that Casey was moonlighting as Cisco, you did the thong song. All right, that thong. You was in Jodeci and Drew Hill. Goddamn, you got more money than your brother JoJo.
Right.
Like shit. So like but I like that joke that we keep kind of jumping once again protagonists. Like even though Jotaro is my favorite JoJo so far, I don't know the other JoJos yet. I can't even complain or nothing. But I definitely did not like Joseph. Joseph Joestar made me fucking irritated. Like every JoJo in Battle Tendencies, I was just like, you need your ass beat. Like I'm surprised that this kept going.
So will they just keep switching?
No, like what happens is like the first
Jonathan.
Yeah, the first Jonathan, he gets like taken out by Dio,
right.
And like she gets away. She has her daughter Lisa, or she has his son, and he marries Lisa, but he gets killed off. Like, and so they just Lisa kills the guy that kills him. They're like grandkids after they're like skipping generations.
Gotcha.
So then we follow Joseph, and then after Joseph gets married to Susie Q. He has a daughter, Holly. And then Holly moves to Japan. We don't know who Jotaro's father is. And then we follow Jotaro and Joseph shows up. And then Joseph actually cheats on Susie Q while he's in Japan. and has like another child, which is Jotaro, apparently, or the Josuke,
Mm.
and that's how we get Josuke. And then as we keep going, we end up following. Dio comes back because he took his head off and attached it to older Jonathan's body.
Mm.
So then we follow his kid in like the fifth one or something, which is why he's like somewhat of a villain. And then we get all the way to like in like Stone Prison, we get to like Jolene, and Jolene is like fucking Jotaro's daughter.
Mm.
So it's like a really weird like Jojo situation.
Yeah.
Like so it, you know, and honestly though, and I like that we're getting like kind of those treatments because it's like I like seeing different characters, and I would love to see more of that in Dragon Ball Z. Actually, I feel like we only get Vegeta
Yeah,
and
like at some points, Gotenks and Trunks don't have to take over. Like,
I really want to see what Goten can do. Like I'm dying for him to grow up, just because of the fact that
now they
when
did age him. I
okay,
seen screenshots. They did age him in the movie.
I need to see what does time skip Goten look like. Tell me he's not so stupid. Like I don't know why I don't know why Gohan is the smartest, and I guess Chi Chi just gave up with Goten. Like
Well, I don't know. Goten might be smart because he spent a lot of time at home, so he spent more time than Gohan at home.
yeah, that's true. Uh, uh,
He looks like Gohan.
yeah, I love that they all eventually like cut their hair. Like that's kind of the thing that like yeah, that's kind of the thing that kind of gets me. I think that that's interesting, but I feel like he's always sort of looked like this, like
Yeah.
he looks so much like Goku. It's just fucking uncanny. Like, how do you look more like Goku than Gohan does? And honestly, I think his hair is not gonna. I mean, his hair is not gonna change actually. And you know what's weird is that Goten's hair isn't growing.
Yeah.
Gohan's did.
Yeah.
So that's really weird too because same thing with Trunks' hair. Trunks' hair grows. But and I
Yeah.
think the Saiyans talked about how their hair like
See.
okay, yeah. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay. Yeah, like I think it's weird too that Goten's hair doesn't grow like at all.
Picture of him in Trunks.
Okay, so I guess it'll change shape, but
Yeah.
it's not going to because Gohan, I think we Goku, I think they Saiyans like Vegeta said that Saiyan's hair doesn't grow, like it gets
Yeah.
to where it is and
Okay.
stays,
Yeah.
and like it won't change either. It can't change based on anything because I realized when it rains, their hair doesn't fall or anything like
Nothing.
that. It just holds its shape, which I think is a funny way to explain like why they keep everyone the same. But the fact that Goten's hair hasn't, I think it
Or
grows when
Trunks'
he.
hair hasn't grown either.
It did though. Remember, it grew when he originally
Um.
came back. Whenever when they were in the hyperbolic
Oh
training
yeah.
chamber, yeah, his hair does grow. He just keeps it cut,
Yeah.
like Bulma's does.
I'm talking about like kid, the present
I think Bulma
Trunks.
keeps it cut.
Yeah.
I mean, because Bulma keeps her hair cut.
True.
Like, I mean, because Bulma done had the hairstyles. I think Android 17 and 18's hair don't grow.
Did you see they made Bulma thicker?
No, what does Bulma look like now?
Bulma got thick out here.
Oh Lord, she was already the waifu of the year. Like we already really loved her.
Where so there.
Oh wow, proud of Bulma. You go, girl. She's the richest girl. She's the richest woman in the universe. She's allowed to.
And look, as soon as they dropped that picture, everybody was like, "Up, get ready for the Bulma art coming out."
I mean, you know what
Bulma
though?
thick in these
Like
streets.
Vegeta, kind of like I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm loving the love that MCs are getting now. Like I
Yeah,
think that as we become more, like intrigued and integrated into like what anime kind of anime's
yeah,
going to its like new upper echelon.
yeah. Like they've aged, didn't they?
Oh good is oh good.
They've aged, didn't they? Like so, everybody's actually like growing up now.
That's good. I feel like that's needed. I think that Goku is way too I feel like Goku's really kiddish and I feel like we're like, oh, same old Goku. Like,
Right.
like And I think that's why I'm interested too in seeing more of Jujutsu Kaisen as well. Like I can't wait to, because we actually do jump character POVs a little bit in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Like later we follow Maki a little bit, and her sister and her twin sister in that situation. And we still gotta see what's popping with Megumi. I ain't been catching up on it yet.
Look, so like that's Gohan's desk, and look at the little Easter egg.
Oh, that's so cute. Look at how long his hair was though. Like, look
Yeah.
at that. Like,
Yeah, he used to have the hair.
he really
But I
did.
think their hair grows because they're not full blood. Same.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It was just weird that Goten's hair didn't do the same because I doubt that she would keep it in that shape.
Well, I mean, honestly, they never really aged him enough for his hair to grow. So.
I mean, but when you saw Goten, though, the first time we met Gohan, his hair was down his back damn near.
Yeah, but he had the long hair, but Goten's always had the Goku hair.
I don't know. I don't trust it. I'm ready to see Gohan. Really, Gohan has always been my baby daddy. You can't even listen. If there's a man to simp over, it's Vegeta because he might not treat you nice, but he loves you. You know what I'm saying?
I did see a TikTok. Somebody was like, "This movie is set up for Gohan to surpass Vegeta." And you talk about all Vegeta fans should not be upset. No, we gonna be upset.
We are. But
we
you know
gonna
what?
be upset.
Vegeta, I want to give you. I'm trying to see you work harder, Daddy. That's all I'm trying to say. Listen,
You want to see him train, don't you?
Because listen, Vegeta kind of like Bakugo. You know them pecs. Like I be like, you know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and throw the bra on if you want to. I just want to see something. That's it.
You just want to see him shirtless.
Cause listen, cause Gohan,
I will say Vegeta is Mr. Big Chest.
Gohan has always been my age, so I've been able to simp over him all my life without anyone thinking anything of it.
Right.
like the fact that Gohan became a dad, and I was just like still young enough to love and want to be all over that man. Like, listen, people judge everyone so hard for simping over MHA characters because they're like, not only are they minors, but also they haven't even been born yet. This takes place in 2030. And I'm like, yeah, nobody got time for you.
So, I mean, technically, they older than this.
Like, it takes place. Yeah,
no. I said that
listen,
wrong.
yeah.
Delete that.
Right. No, it's like, I felt the same way with Tokyo Revengers. I was like, these guys, I can simp over them. And then I was like, whoa, wait. I'm like, wait. This takes place in 2008. Like, in 2008, you wasn't 14. Like, now in 2020, they're 27. Shit, if Baji was still alive today and on the street walking around, Mikey as well, Mitsuya, Baonde, Chifuyu, grown, because I've seen him. Like, yes. You mean Takemichi? Probably not. But listen.
Well, and actually, Tokyo Revengers has like more than one main character.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think. It kind of jumps around, and it kind of sticks between Mikey and Takemichi later, like kind of, but we never see Mikey's point of view. Like we see him every once in a while by himself, but it's just not, it's not given. Like, so, but we do get to see same thing with we get to see everyone's memories though, like Draken's memories and Takemichi's and Mitsuya's and even some of Baji's. I feel like before Baji passed, we got to see a lot of his stuff too. I'm just excited to see Gohan turn up so I can really start simping the way I was supposed to in the first place. I ain't gonna hold you. We gonna have a simp episode. We're gonna talk about we're gonna check ages before we openly admit stuff, because everybody love to clown you and hold on to shit. You ain't gonna do that to me now. But we gonna, Yusuke. I was able to simp for Yusuke when it was time to simp for you. He was 14 in 1995. Like, shit, I was just born. Yusuke, Gojo, okay? Gojo was 26. Like, tell me what you want.
I just know how old these peoples be.
Man, you have to, because when you simp over them, here come the gatekeepers. Like, hey, that man's a child. And you're like, okay, so sorry. Let me turn around and go back again. Like, the minute you say, oh, he kind of sexy, they're like, ain't you 30? And you like, hey, yo, okay. I didn't know he was 17, my bad. He's in high school. Like, bro, it's a mythical. We don't know where he's from. Like,
They don't even exist, so I don't care.
I can't even simp over Shield Hero properly because he was in the library when he got yanked into a book. I don't know if he's a high school student, a college student.
Like,
Oh, you know what? He said he was 20. I can simp.
but they don't exist, so
That's
it
what
doesn't matter.
that's what everyone else says. But people believe that a lot of people believe that what you would do to things that aren't real is what you would do in real life. So people perceive you as simping over a minor.
I
And
shoot people on GTA, but I don't shoot people in real life.
the conversation really shifts to like a very odd. And I even asked a therapist about this because I was like, people believe that if you simp over a character that is a minor, then that means that you have pedophilic tendencies. But I don't consider them the same because I feel like I would never, like, even though I think Bakugo is good looking, a regular 17-year
I
old
mean,
is
so
not it.
at that, if that's the case, then you might as well. You could say almost every mangaka has pedophilic tendencies. They draw
No,
on 17-year-olds with like double D titties. So
no, yeah, like honestly, if you could, like if you really take it a step further, yeah, you could actually say that the people who like draw teenagers falling in love, you know what I mean?
right.
There's like a scene in Horimiya where they clearly like have like go further and have sex. It's
Mm.
like it's not clear enough to where like like there that you actually see anything.
Right.
It's just like Hori makes a moment where she says there was a warmness inside of me and I felt like I wanted to
And
share
then,
it.
but
Like,
see, this how you gotta hit them with it. But like, you watch Euphoria? Yep. You got pedophilic tendencies.
so that's what a lot of people are. That's what other people are rebuttaling with. It's just like people are like, well, if you watch Euphoria,
American Teenager.
like, but the argument back then is that no, we know that they aren't actually teenagers, and it's like, but the perception is that they
They are.
are.
They're playing
So,
teenagers. What's the difference?
or same thing. I feel the same way
They're
with
fictional
Riverdale.
characters, right?
It's the same
Yeah.
thing with
Yeah,
Riverdale.
exactly.
Like, and I think that that's a very interesting conversation that we've never actually had to have
And then
until now.
what about these young women getting knocked off in Game of Thrones and whatnot?
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, I mean,
This
listen,
is a conversation that we've never had to have.
uh,
You know what? The friend, like the fan group, was never big enough for us to judge each other like this.
yeah.
Ever. We found each other. We were like, you were like, I think so and so is kind of hot, and everybody was like, okay. And then we went about our day. Like no one was going, you,
Yeah.
you are sick. Like
Now you got the Karens out here. I don't know, man. Just let people enjoy what they enjoy, long as they ain't touching children for
I
real.
think I was gonna
Leave
say
folks alone.
I think it's the same thing with like you said with video games. Just because I run people over in GTA and shoot people and
Right.
Have cocaine and
Out here
prostitutes,
slanging drugs, running the
doesn't mean
criminal
that I'm like,
enterprise.
it doesn't mean that I'm doing that in real life. And I think that like I feel like we have this conversation a lot clearly because I simp a lot of characters. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I think Megumi's great and all, but I also keep in mind that he's 17.
Right.
And I think people are like, well, why are you sexualizing these children? And I'm like, first off, stop calling them children, okay? I feel like I'm just gonna say it right now, in general, 17 and 18 are not children. They're not. Like, I mean, we all make jokes in our late 20s and 30s, oh,
Yeah.
you're a baby, you're
Yeah.
a fetus. But like, I think at some point too, even when I was 17 or 18, I didn't like being referred to as a child.
Right.
Because I fucking wasn't.
And then, I mean, I don't think it's sexualization. Have it like, do you remember what people was wearing when you were 17, 18? It was when I was 17, 18, it was big asses and big titties off in
It's
the
in the milk.
classroom.
It's in the milk. It's in the milk.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've literally
And
had
then
titties since
especially
the fourth
nowadays,
grade.
like I have a rule. If you walking and it's like outside of school hours or like during only time I would hit on the female walkers if it's during like school hours. I'm like, okay, it's a good chance you might be an adult.
Right.
But if it's outside of school hours, I don't know. You could be between 17 and 32. I can't tell.
No, honestly, like I think that's the
And I
other
just
thing
keep
too.
it moving. Like,
I mean, we don't look. Listen, I'm gonna be 27, and people mistake me for a child.
yeah, like females just habitually don't look y'all age, like at all.
No.
Like at all. Like I don't know if y'all need to start wearing ID badges or something, like
listen,
age identifiers.
Listen,
Like,
and I think that's also a huge part of it too. And I think I've also spoken to some other people around like our age, and a lot of us don't feel our age. Like I wake up every morning to go do what I'm supposed to do, but I feel like I'm 15. or I'm 16. Like I
Yeah.
go like I know theoretically speaking, and by Earth years, yeah, I'm 26, gonna be 27. But I feel like I'm 17 or 18. I still have the mindset that I had when I was 17 or 18. And
Yeah.
that could be based on, whatever childhood trauma I had, and maybe that's why I'm stuck in this stasis. But like I really forget my own age until it's really brought up.
Once you hit 30, nobody lets you forget your age. Once you get past 25, nobody lets you forget your
I,
age.
I I told you when Cameron said you're 30, right? And that just sat with me for like 3 months. Like I'm nowhere
Cause
near
I,
30.
cause I mean, technically, you don't get all the grown up perks until you hit 25.
I know. And my mom thinks it's funny that me and my sister really be talking about our ages. Like, bro, we're fucking old. And she's like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, why is
Like,
your generation
like,
so upset?
yeah, like, yeah, our generation is upset with their 30s, and then it's like every time they be like, every time you talk to another person, they're like, nigga, you 30, relax, like,
Yeah,
the
I
fuck,
know.
nigga,
Like,
you just now hitting life.
I know, like that's when I see when I see some of these anime characters living their best life. Like
But
if you look at Levi, he's like fucking 45. I'm
yeah,
like,
but
look at him.
I think it's just the times we live in. There's so much pressure put on. Think about it. You're asked what you want to do for the rest of your life in middle school.
I know that's a weird thing.
And then I be stopping people like, bro, he how the fuck would he know? He 15,
Listen,
14.
my dad has been telling me for years that he doesn't know what he wants to be when he grows up.
Like you asking a freshman, you need to start thinking about what you want to do with the rest of your life. Yeah,
There is no answer for
I
that.
don't even got my license yet.
I'll be really honest. I thought I wanted to work in anime for the rest of my life, and I did go to Japan. I got a degree in Japanese. I did a thing, and and now here it is. It's like content creation. I don't want to
Right,
work in anime. I want to talk about anime. I
right.
want to be able to watch it, like take it in. Like Colossal Con happened. It's happening right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I really wish I could have been there for some coverage of it. Just
Man,
because,
I wish I
like,
can go to TwitchCon. I wish I can Comic Con. And I still get emails from Comic Con New York. It's almost time. You'll get your ticket.
yeah,
No, I'm broke. Leave me alone.
like I know I saw Colossal Con and I was like, I could just hop up to Sandusky.
Because
I'm like, I got $50 for the weekend. Bitch, no, you don't. Like,
I would love to go to TwitchCon. I would love to go to all these conventions and meet people and create content and all types of
I'm
cool
just
stuff.
trying to
But
be on the
no,
type of time that Gojo was on. Gojo saw through was the most laid back
I
26-year-old
gotta
I've
be an
ever
adult.
seen.
But you know who get to do that? All the people who do like OnlyFans and shit like that. They just living their best lives shamelessly, and I'm jealous.
You know what? At this point, I'm sick of it. I've
Like,
already. I'm ready
like,
to live shameless. I
like,
am. I am.
like,
Like, and every time I think about it, like, the theme song to Shameless, like, comes into my
they
head.
just like I'm not gonna lie, like the OnlyFans people is like the happiest people out here right now.
If
It
we
just
if we lived like anime characters, how much shit you think we would actually get done? Like, if we really lived like Goku and just figured that everything would work out no matter what, like dead ass, like think about that. Like same thing with even we could take something from Aaron and Yeager. If we just like went towards our goals, don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like,
I mean,
what do you think could really happen? Like this
I wouldn't
MC episode is great.
I wouldn't say Aaron Yeager approach because we already
No. Get on that type of time, like in about going towards your
oh
goal.
okay
Maybe not mass genocide. Like that's not
because I'm like white people will
like.
be in trouble.
Let me throw a disclaimer in there. Anime and
What?
things does not. Anime and things does not
Condone the actions of Aaron
condone.
Yeager.
We do not like. Listen, while I think
While
that
I understand,
right, we get it.
I feel you.
We are not. That is
My,
not at all what we're saying.
my ancestors feel you.
Like, and do not clip this and make it sound like we are like, let's go Aaron Yeager on them. That's not at all. Happy Pride Month, and I know that a lot of us have felt unspoken and harmed and upset. And by all means, all your feelings are valid, baby. But what I meant was, it's taking that goal
The holistic approach
and going towards it,
I mean,
and not letting anything stop you. Like, you know what? A better goal is maybe Natsu from Fairy Tail.
like a Michael Jordan, like a Kobe approach, where
Like, I'm thinking Luffy, thinking a
yeah,
One Piece approach.
yeah.
I'm going to be king of the.
I mean, but that's and I was
I'm
explaining
gonna
to
be
somebody. I
Hokage.
mean, honestly, that's realistic. Realistically, if you want to get to the point you want to get to, like the fastest way possible. You have to kind of take that
Yeah.
holistic approach. You have to sacrifice a
Oh,
lot of things,
absolutely.
like being a good friend, being a good
No, but for real.
significant other. Like you have to sacrifice that. Like that's what separates athletes from a lot of people. They aren't the best. A lot of times they aren't the best dads until after they retire, and by that time, nine
It's
times
too
out of
late.
10, their
Yeah.
kids are grown. But it's like you got to build that understanding, like in order for you to live like this,
You gotta be a different animal in the
Pops got to
same
go do
piece.
this. Yeah, you got to be a different animal in the same piece. And I mean, not saying that they were terrible dads, but in the sense of actually,
When you talk to their kids,
yeah,
same thing with like rappers' kids.
yeah, yeah,
It's like, I mean, you love your dad. I mean, yeah, he was just gone a lot.
yeah. It was just going a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you got to sacrifice a lot of things to reach that goal because that's what's required. Like it's so hard to make it that you kind of have to throw everything else to the side and
Shout out to
literally
LeBron becoming a
just
billionaire, by the way.
focus on that. Yeah, shout out to him. But
Hmm.
it took a lot of nights where months and months where Savannah goes without seeing him for him to get to that point.
And I think that that's the interesting thing. That was kind of funny when we were saying that at work. Like he's not already a billionaire, and I was like, guys, he does so much philanthropy and all this other
Yeah,
stuff. Like, but I think that that's. I feel like that's something too that anime has actually stuck with me. And like Naruto said he was gonna be the Hokage, and damn it, he became the Hokage.
yeah,
Like that dead ass happened. Like the Shield Hero said he was gonna change his name and fix shit up, and he did. Like
yeah,
I think that what I do love about that's something that I constantly love about watching anime is that these characters they proclaim, they say it, and I guess the best story to follow would have been Fullmetal Alchemist.
yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna get
My brother,
you
back.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially when he got to the doors and
right.
opened them and he's like pointing to the doors. He's like,
Yeah.
just you wait. Like I'm on my way. And I just really I can
same
get
way
behind that.
Tanjiro. Like
Yeah.
I'm a cure my sister, and he
Yeah.
going through hell
Yeah.
and high water to do it. Like so,
Yeah.
it's like it's all about what you are you willing to make. A lot of people aren't, and it's understandable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're
But
not willing to die for those Christians, then that's
yeah,
fine.
it's all about what you're willing to sacrifice, and it takes a lot of good people around you to understand. You know what I'm saying? What you trying to do?
That's why the power of friendship works the way that it works.
Yeah, because it's like, man, why ain't, but he got to do what he got to do.
I'm trying to do something.
Yeah, like look at all the shit Luffy to put his crewmates through, and at the end of the day, they like, look, man, he trying to do this, so we get it. We gonna ride with him.
I need actually not even I need it because I have that type of loyal friend group. I have those people that like she said she gonna do that shit. She gonna do that.
Yeah,
shit.
like look, listen. That's why when it comes to like communication and things like that, I don't listen. If you need to stop talking to me for 6 months to really lock in on what you go do what you do. Once you done, once you step, I'll be right there. That's my nigga. That's my nigga. But
do it like it's your B-day.
Yeah, like whatever you got to do to reach your goals, man. I'm down for it. I don't take it personally because it's life. Like
I'm shorter again. I love this. Gonna be a visual bit. Like you know what? So you know what? You guys can hear us, but y'all remember back in season 1, I had the short chair or whatever. We got a better chair, but it don't stay high.
It don't stay better.
Like yeah, so like y'all get to watch me slowly get shorter
the visual
as the podcast goes on. So thank you to my visual. So listeners, if y'all want to check it out, we on YouTube. Y'all can watch me in this episode get shorter.
You know what I'm saying? Because even Shannon Sharp spoke on it. Like you're not gonna be the greatest friend. You're not gonna be the greatest husband on your path to greatness because you have to be selfish. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like. You have to be engulfed in whatever it is you're trying to do. I mean,
as much as we talk about how Goku wasn't there for Gohan, there's a reason.
Right.
I mean, he's just
because if he was there for him, they all be dead. It's
no, but like low key, like Piccolo is a dad, but he gets folded.
Yeah. Let's give it take. Look at Gohan. He decided to be a pops. Now he weak.
Yeah. I think that that's clearly an interesting thing too, is that we all kind of have to make fun of our characters. Sasuke did it. Yeah. Sasuke was like, I'm going to do this. Yeah. And Naruto was like, well, I need to make some friends. Sasuke was like, I don't need any of this.
And even now, even in Boruto, you starting to see I'm a Hokage. But now Boruto mad because he don't get to see his pops. Well, if you get to see your pops, the village going to shit. So it's like it's a give and take. And then you go through the process of him starting to slowly understand that. Sakura or what? Not Sakura. What's her name?
Hinata or
No,
Sarada.
Sarada. Yeah, she's starting to, the same thing with
Sasuke.
Sasuke. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever see my dad. Well, if you see your dad, then the village will probably be fucked up.
No, yeah, and
He
I
like
think
he top
that's
flight security. Like
yeah, no, and I think that's interesting about characters too is that we get to these like characters that like leave, and we're like, oh, what the fuck, like
yeah,
friendship, but like they come back and they're strong and they're like this is kind of how they are, like kind of like what Luffy did when he told everybody to run. He's
yeah,
like, we have to get out of here. And then when he went from it was like meet up in 3 days, then it was like not 3 days, 2 years. Because Luffy was like, I'm not strong enough to protect anybody. I
right,
couldn't even stop Ace from being killed right in front of me. Spoiler
right.
alert, guys. Sorry,
Ain't no
but
spoiler.
it's
Like that shit
been
happened
so
so long
long.
ago. Right.
But it's just one of those things that once he figured out that he clearly wasn't strong enough to protect the people that he cared about, he
Yeah,
did cut everybody off. He was like, "You guys have 2 years to get stronger. What you do in that time don't have shit to do
do
with
with me.
me." And I think that like the fact that everyone could come back and kind of get to it, like I like that. I
Yeah,
think it's interesting that we have MCs that know that you can't all grow as a group.
right.
Like I think they even did it kind of in Shaman King. Like
Yeah,
yo, kind of is just like
yeah. Everybody went off,
yeah,
got stronger, and they came back. And I mean, that's just a natural part of life. Like it's not. Everybody got different timelines. You're not always gonna be able to grow at the same pace as
no,
everybody.
you
Like,
can't. I mean,
and then
Usopp definitely had his glow up just at a different pace than
yeah,
like the other ones. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like y'all know I don't like Usopp, but he can still hold his own,
yeah,
and that really says a lot to him because, like, compared to compared to Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy, right? Like the rest of the crew being able to take down their own villains and take down, and no one needs to be saved.
yeah.
Not Nami, not Usopp, not even Chopper. Like
Right.
no one on that crew needs to
To
be
be saved.
saved.
Yeah.
Like, and if they do, it's because like they literally caught them. Like
Yeah, they
ambushed.
they ran into the person that Luffy was supposed to be fighting. Like, ooh,
Yeah,
wait a minute, I'm not
yeah,
supposed to be here with you.
yeah. Like they got
Yeah,
ambushed. Like,
yeah,
and I think like the only person that's ever needed to be saved technically was like Nami, technically. But I mean, they'll go on go get you. But
yeah.
like, I think that that's something too that just really speaks volumes just to their characters. Like I said, Usopp. I mean,
And
he was
they take a
terrified.
beating.
Oh yeah,
Like Usopp got drugged. Him and
man.
Nami was
Oh yeah.
drugged.
Oh yeah. The amount of stuff that they've actually gone through and come forward from, like even just when Sanji was just like, I gotta go with them. Like you just
Yeah,
don't even worry about it,
you
Luffy.
worry about it.
I gotta, and just the fight they had, like
Yeah,
on Whole Cake Island, I was like, this is like really deep. And I'm interested in when Zoro is like ever if Zoro's ever gonna have an arc where he needs to actually leave and
yeah,
go do other stuff. So
yeah. Cause my boy Luffy said, I ain't eating until you come back. He like, what? Look like you gonna starve,
yeah, no, he really did.
nigga.
And he was just like prepared to do that. And I was like, this says a lot. Like, but I like the fact that I also like the fact that Luffy respected his decision.
Yeah,
Like Luffy always respects people like leaving or telling him no or something like that. And I think that that's also important.
yeah,
Like that's something good. These MCs out here, they only getting better. Like, and
yeah.
I'm lit to see where it goes. Like I really am.
Moral of the story.
No, but for real, like
If you got a friend that's out here turning up or working towards something, just let him work.
it's okay to
Don't take it personally.
it's okay to isolate yourself to better yourself
Yeah.
as long as you take the responsibility of letting people know that you're isolating for that reason. If
Yeah.
you need to cut people off because you need to focus on your life, people will understand, and if they don't, then they wasn't
They
really your
trash.
friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like we said though, we do not condone Aaron Yeager's actions. Please do not. like when I say get on that type of time, I mean like going forth and setting a goal and achieving it, because the goal was to destroy all
World
Titans.
domination.
like right, like so.
I mean,
like,
in his defense, they really left him no choice.
listen. All I'm saying is that we are not in Attack on Titan world. Like that's
Cause
just
I mean, let's be real. If y'all was in Aaron Yeager's shoes, and he and mind you, he thought about it.
no. He did. Listen,
He was like, look, I can take the approach. I can kill off Titans. I can euthanasia all of us. But then, like, why should we all have to die?
look. I agree.
And then
with
if
him.
I don't, and let's say if I just threaten them, like, yeah, I got the power, so y'all pull up, y'all done. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna spend all this. Y'all gonna buy time to figure
Yeah.
out how to beat us, and then y'all gonna come attack us.
No, listen, he's right. It doesn't end until you stop it.
Right. So he like, you know what?
But I can't.
You gotta go.
But
like,
I just can't like anime and things does not condone.
don't not condone it. We
like,
understand it.
Yeah, right.
Don't
Like,
condone.
but no one is telling you to do that.
No,
Like,
don't do
don't snip this to like, because I will copycat will pop up with the full length video with the audio. I have these audios,
and I ain't issuing no apology.
like I'm not like because I already said I don't condone it. So with that being said, y'all have a good week. You know what I'm saying? I hope everything goes out well. This pop out on Thursday, so y'all have
It's
a
her
good
birthday
weekend.
coming up, y'all. It's her birthday weekend.
One time for the one time. By the time y'all hear this, I'll already be 27. But beside that
So
point,
throw a happy birthday in the comments if you made it this far.
Yeah, right. Like, turning up for the turn up. With that being said, you guys, thanks for stopping by for another episode, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Laters.